high truth seekers, and curious minds. Welcome back to the Knowledge World channel. Today, we're diving deep into the lesser-known corners of a figure who's never far from the headlines, Donald J. Trump. From his personal habits to his pre-presidential career, we're uncovering 10 things you probably didn't know about the 45th and now 47th President of the United States. So, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Trump is a lifetime teetotaler. That's right. Despite often being associated with lavish lifestyles and high-profile events, Donald Trump has famously abstained from alcohol his entire life. This isn't just a personal preference. It stems from a deeply personal family tragedy. His older brother, Fred Jr., struggled severely with alcoholism and ultimately died prematurely at the age of 43. Trump has spoken openly about how Fred's struggles impacted him, leading him to make a conscious decision to never touch alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs. It's a stark contrast to the stereotype of many powerful figures, and it really highlights the profound influence his family history had on his personal choices. Trump had his own board game, Trump the Game. Forget Monopoly for a brief moment in the late 80s. You could have played Trump the Game, released by Milton Bradley in 1989. This game was essentially a real estate simulation where players bought and sold properties, trying to make the most money. The tagline? It's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win. Sounds about right, doesn't it? Unfortunately for Trump and Milton Bradley, the game wasn't a huge success. Reviews were mixed and sales were disappointing, leading to its eventual discontinuation. There was a limited re-release later on, but it never quite achieved the iconic status of other classic board games. Still, a piece of Trump memorabilia that few remember. Trump has appeared in several films and TV shows. Before The Apprentice made him a household name in reality TV, and long before his political career, Donald Trump was no stranger to the silver screen and television. He frequently made cameo appearances, often playing himself, in a surprising number of productions. Who could forget his brief but memorable moment in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, where Macaulay Culkin's character asked him for directions in the Plaza Hotel. He also popped up in Zoolander, The Little Rascals, and even popular sitcoms like The Nanny and Spin City. He was practically a running gag for producers needing a high-profile, recognizable New York personality. Trump was exempted from the Vietnam War draft. This is a fact that has often been discussed and debated. During the height of the Vietnam War in the late 1960s, Donald Trump received multiple student deferments while attending college. Following those, he received a medical deferment in 1968 due to a diagnosis of bone spurs in his heels. This exemption meant he did not have to serve in the military during a time when many young Americans were drafted and sent to Vietnam. The exact circumstances of his diagnosis and deferment have been a point of scrutiny, but officially, it was a medical exemption that kept him out of active service. Trump is one of only 2 presidents to serve non-consecutive terms. History buffs, listen up. On January 20th, 2025, when Donald Trump was inaugurated for his second term, he joined an extremely exclusive club. He became only the second U.S. president in history to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. The first was Grover Cleveland, who served from 1885 to 1889, lost his re-election bid, and then successfully ran again, serving a second term from 1893 to 1897. This makes Trump's political journey truly unique in modern presidential history, marking a significant and rare achievement in American politics. Trump attended a military-style boarding school. When Donald Trump was just 13 years old, his parents, Fred and Mary Trump, enrolled him in the New York Military Academy. This wasn't just any school. It was a private boarding school with a strict military-style regimen. His parents reportedly sent him there to instill discipline and channel his assertive energy, as he was apparently a rambunctious youth. He spent 5 years there, graduating in 1964. Trump is often credited the Academy with providing him with a strong foundation and valuable life lessons, including leadership and respect for authority. Trump co-owned the Miss Universe organization. Before he was building skyscrapers and running for president, Donald Trump was heavily involved in the world of beauty pageants. From 1996 to 2015, he was a co-owner of the Miss Universe organization, which included the Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA pageants. He wasn't just an investor. He was a very hands-on owner, often appearing on stage and being a prominent figure in the televised events. This venture significantly raised his public profile and image as an entertainment mogul, setting the stage for his later reality TV career with The Apprentice. He eventually sold his stake in the organization in 2015. Trump became the first convicted felon to be elected president. This is undoubtedly one of the most significant and historically unprecedented facts. In May 2024, Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in New York. Following his conviction and subsequent election, without facing imprisonment or probation, he officially became the first convicted felon in U.S. history to be elected president of the United States. This event marks a truly unique moment in American political and legal history, setting a new precedent for the qualifications and circumstances under which a person can hold the nation's highest office. Trump has received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yes, you heard that right. Amidst all the political drama and business ventures, Donald Trump has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He received this honor in 2007, not for his real estate empire or his presidency, but for his work as a television host and executive producer of the incredibly popular reality show, The Apprentice. The show was a massive hit, and his catchphrase, "You're fired," became a cultural phenomenon. The star is located at 6801 Hollywood Boulevard, and like much of his public life, has been a frequent subject of both admiration and vandalism over the years. Trump's mother was a Scottish immigrant. Finally, let's look at his roots. Many people know about his father, Fred Trump, a prominent New York real estate developer. But Donald Trump's mother, Mary McLeod, often gets less attention. She was born on the remote Isle of Lewis in Scotland and emigrated to the U.S. in 1930 at the age of 18, seeking new opportunities. She met Fred Trump in New York and eventually became a naturalized U.S. citizen. Her journey from a small Scottish island to becoming the matriarch of one of America's most famous families is a classic immigrant story and a testament to the American dream. And there you have it, 10 fascinating and perhaps surprising facts about Donald Trump that shed a little more light on the man behind the headlines. Which fact did you find most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into animal kingdom, space, history, politics, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.